Greetings, Earthlings. Robo here, and I am accompanied once again by my awesome buddy Ben. Say hi, Ben.
What's up, everybody?
And we are going to be doing some more of this Diablo hardcore type thing. Are we not?
Oh, we are.
Alright, let me just...
We're gonna do it so hardcore.
So hardcore, yo. Let me just sell some stuff, and then I'm ready to roll. I don't really have to do any kind of things with points and things and stuff.
Yeah, I don't got much in that way either. I just want to sell off these gems because they are not marquee level, so they're kind of worthless in my opinion. So.
Alrighty then. Ooh.
Yeah, let's do the yasa.
Damn, I got some upgrades here. That's awesome.
Yeah, I kind of did that already, so I'm okay with that.
Alright.
Bone armor. Okay, dokie.
Armor.
I got my skeletons. I got me a big old, whatever this guy here, this big old flesh golem.
Golem type thing. It looks like we're using the same stuff right now.
More or less.
Yeah.
I just, I have some bone armor stuff going on, but mainly, I wanted to do some spike stuff, because corpse spikes are great. Or bone spikes even.
Whoa. You know what? I think I have to turn my sound effects down a little bit.
Yeah.
Opciones. I'm just gonna put the effects volume down. Apply. Accept it. Return. And good. That should be a bit better. Oh, and this time, I'm not playing any Iron Maiden in the background. We're gonna actually go ahead and listen to the good old Diablo music, because it actually really fits this game.
It's quite creepy as it is. You don't really need any help with that, do you?
Yeah, it sets the tone perfectly for Diablo. You know, of course Iron Maiden does too. because Iron Maiden.
Because Maiden, yeah.
I think we already praised Maiden enough on the last episode, so...
And we established that Iron Maiden stands on its own. You don't even need to say anything, just Iron Maiden.
Agree.
So...
There's a great many
does not require anything.
There's a great many other awesome bands that we could mention, but lately I've been a little fixated on them.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They of their own accord are geniuses.
I agree.
They need no introduction.
So I can revive things this time around.
Oh, revive things, eh?
Yeah.
That the what is that one called? Is it just called revive, or was it something else?
It's just called revive. Watch.
So if I don't use up any of the corpses, you just hit revive and it uses up corpses, yeah?
Yeah. Look, whoosh! You can revive like a whole batch of them at once. It's freaking awesome.
Awesome.
More summons. More summons.
We need more friends. Oh, look at that. That is a telephone.
Ooh, those are bad. I hate those.
Buddy. 1 second on it.
Telephones are bad, people. We should ban those. No more telephones, okay?
That foe will die. The night embraces you.
The night embraces you. There. Corpse explosion. There's also these mages that I never use. But I can conjure. See this mage here? Sweet. And now we're in a winter wonderland. Ooh. Pretty, y'all. Walking in a winter wonderland. Bam, 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 bam.
You will make a fine corpse.
I think you will make the fine corpse, buddy. Actually, that might have been my character saying that to the thing that I was reviving. He didn't say a thing again, so I don't know. I don't know.
Don't you hate when wives call?
Absolutely frickin' despise it. That's exactly why I don't have a wife or a telephone.
Yes, well, remind me to get rid of both of those things. I'm just kidding. Haha.
Wife joke.
Yeah. So, funny story happened earlier today.
My insight
So,
grows.
we talked about the whole needing, insurance and whatnot, and I was dealing with that all today.
Yeah.
So, a funny question came up. On my insurance plan that I have, they said mental health comes free. Like, you get, like, there's no, you don't have to pay no money or anything or any copay for the mental health services. And the lady's like, would you like the number for the mental health services hotline?
What are you
And I
trying to
said
say,
myself-
lady?
I said to myself, I was like, well, I don't really know that I need mental health services. I mean, my son's got ADHD, and that's about the extent of our mental issues in this house. And then I'm like, oh wait, my wife's crazy. Go ahead and give me that number. and that lady laughed. And I'm pretty sure that lady wasn't laughing most of the day, because I mean, when you're an insurance salesman, I can't imagine that being a very fun job.
I don't know, man. Who knows? Maybe they're cracking jokes all day long.
But the whole time she was talking, she was all like somber and serious and stuff. And then, oh yeah, my wife's crazy. And then it was like, ha ha ha.
It's like when you talk to bureaucrats, like they're trained to always look very severe and serious all the time. But like you know, it's very possible that the moment like nobody's around, they're like, "Give me a fucking cigarette, god damn it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I get that. I'm just thinking like, I think those kind of people wait for people like me to call, and that's
yeah.
that's their day. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I'm sure.
Well, once eons ago, I used to have like a customer service, like on the telephone type thing going, and yeah, I made people smile because I was like the one guy who would answer the phone, and if they were like having a shitty day or something, or just you could just tell that they were in no mood, like I would find some way to make them smile, you know?
Absolutely.
Vicious hound.
Oh, you know what I'm not doing?
What was that?
That I should have been doing? I haven't been picking up stuff.
Yeah,
I remember now that we can pick up stuff, and it could be a upgrade.
That's true.
Why am I not doing this?
I should be doing more of that myself. I've been kind of just ignoring everything. I think it's because like when you put that badass like weapon on with with the Gem of Ease, it's like you're so overpowered with that you can pretty much run all the way to 70 without like
putting any armor on.
Exactly. Yeah. It boosts the hell out of your stats in one shot.
Absolutely.
It is a level 70 item that I am using. It's a good one too.
Raising their young. Every egg is guarded with vigilance, and the hunters will frequently circle overhead to keep watch on.
I think we have pretty much played this place out, yeah.
But that is an upgrade. I just found one in my bags, so it was worth taking a look.
We killed the boss, we did.
And the further we get, like, the less that staff is going to carry us, you know? So I guess we really should start looking at gear.
Yeah, I think that doesn't really happen until much later, because, I mean, we're already level 45 and 6, like...
Yeah.
You would think by now they would start kind of leveling out, but no, not really.
Yeah, it's not super fast, is it? We could always crank up the difficulty if we wanted to.
We could. But wouldn't it be a shame if one of us lost our characters like one of us always does?
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it
be nice? Yeah, we thought of the same song.
Yep.
Epic. Hive mind type
shit going on. Same wavelength, brah.
Yeah, brah.
Dude, I told you that the other day I saw someone actually wrote down the word breh.
Yeah. Why?
Like,
why?
What's up, breh?
What is the things going through these people's heads? Like B-R-E-H. Yeah, that's a good spelling you have there, good sir.
We have this great variety of ways to say brother now. There's bro, there's bruh with the UH, and now there's breh. All right, I don't think the world needs that.
When
many.
I was a kid, bro was plenty good.
Yeah.
Didn't need any extra letters in there, just BRO. Good old BRO was it.
Yeah. And we played Atari, damn it, and we liked it. I did anyway.
Well, why do we have to add the H? I don't understand that. The H is just unnecessary.
Well, there's a lot of instances where I wonder why frickin' extra letters are all over words when they shouldn't be. Like, when you say I would, why do you not say I would?
Because the L's are silent.
So why are they there?
Because reasons?
I see.
I'm gonna go ahead and blame the French on this one. You know, with the extra letters, with the like E-T-T-E and all that nonsense.
Les Français. Ho, ho, ho. I'm actually I'm actually French Canadian, in case anybody didn't know. But I don't really speak like a French Canadian because I learned English first. But and I lived in the States for ages. Well, you mentioned your nativeness the last time. I figured I would say that I was descended of the French
native
people.
France.
Descended of the French people. Ho, ho, ho.
Well, I'm not 100% native. My dad's German, so that kind of throws a wrench in my whole situation. But
well, you're at least a half native.
So beer natives. So that's my lineage.
Yes, Germans equate to beer. Yep.
Beer and natives. Yeah, that's. So good news, I drink beer. Bad news is I'm native, so I'm also an alcoholic. So no, just kidding.
Oh snap! We're breaking out. We are breaking out all the stereotypes today. Actually, no, we're not. We're just saying that everybody likes to drink beer,
which is reality. So, if it's not for some people, then you're a liar.
I don't like to drink beer, people. Okay.
See, we have a liar amongst us today. So there's that.
Why would I lie about something so stupid?
How could you not like a beer? Like,
because it just tastes.
How can you be the one dude that's like, you know what? I wouldn't want to have a fresh beer. Like, is that?
I just don't think that it's as good as anything else. Like, give me like soda or something. You know what I mean?
So let's be realistic here, though. Because I do have alcoholic tendencies, I do stay clear of alcohol most of the time.
Yeah. So like,
I have found it very difficult to stop drinking when I start.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I often just don't start.
Yeah, some people have such issues. I mean, I know I've had my own issues like that, dude.
And the thought process seems so benign. Like, you know, I'm just gonna have a beer, and then I'm just gonna have one more. It's not a big deal. It's just a second one.
Yeah.
And then when you're at like 42, you're like, that's just one more. It's fine, guys. Just one more.
Yeah.
So that doesn't work out too well.
Nah, there are people who have more issues with that type of thing, and I understand all that.
I wish it were easier to understand for me, because it really shouldn't be so hard to say no.
Well, I don't know, man. That's the type of thing we could probably discuss all day long and just
never come to a consensus.
Probably just go in circles or something, yeah. You gain additional 40% damage reduction when there's an enemy afflicted by any of your curses. Ooh, that is damn good. I'm putting that on.
Quite a few good upgrades that time.
Putting that on, and I'm going to switch this up for a curse then. Or, what is that one? Frailty? Aura of Frailty. Awesome. Cool, I'm just going to have this aura now.
I was thinking about that. See, here's the problem I have. The auras eat your corpses, and that's the problem when I want to use corpse stuff, and that bothers me a little bit.
They don't all eat your corpses. Like the aura of Frailty that I just put on, or any other number of auras
thinking cannibalize, not aura, but yeah, same.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Well, they're curses, and this one has an aura glyph that I can set, or however you call those runes.
Yes. I'm using bone armor because I got a thing for bone armor, so I'm kind of just gonna stick with that, I think.
Excellent.
I am gonna put on final service now that it's available, though.
It's the final service.
Then I would like to change that one over to extended servitude, because I want skeletal mages. Is that a thing?
Skeletal mages are most definitely a thing.
I love skeletal mages, probably my favorite.
Hey, I don't have any rings on this dude. I gotta fix that.
Raise a contaminated mage.
I'll just fix it. Whatever. I'll pick them up. Whatever. I don't care. I do what I want.
Skeletal archers. That's cool.
So, just gonna go ahead and start up another one.
Yeah, I'm contemplating using skeletal archers. I'm gonna do that. Screw it. Just gonna.
Check it out, man. Somehow I have 45,000 health.
I have 19,000. You really whooped my butt on that one.
Well, I do tend to usually favor more tanky things. But that's also probably why I don't die as much. Haha. Well, that and because, like we said the last time, I'm more careful. Like, you tend to just kind of charge in.
Oh yeah, I'm a running gun.
I take like a few little steps and then I hit something.
Okay, so plan A works. So what I'm gonna do is get rid of corpse lances and go with what is the one? Cannibalize. Where's cannibalize? Do I have that yet? Devour.
I thought you had that all squared out.
Devouring aura. There we go. Well, no, I chose to switch to mages,
Oh yeah.
so I don't really need corpses anymore. So the idea here now is that I consume the corpses to make more mages.
Oh, okay. I'm using all my corpses for revive, and I've noticed that revive
Which is really cool.
Revive, it actually doesn't cost you any of your essence, so it works with the
Anything that
Quillicoras.
costs corpses doesn't cost essence, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, so there's no problem with the Quillicoras. I quite like that.
Wouldn't it be nice if I had more mages? And they really shot arrows in their heads.
In their faces.
Yeah.
Would have rhymed better with mages. Alright, where are we going?
So I ran in the circle, and I'm not seeing the place to go.
I see it. It's down this way.
Much further south.
This way, minions!
This way and that way.
Going two ways at the same time?
This way and that.
I do not have that awesome power.
My lovely wife is out buying dinner for us, so when she gets home, she's gonna call again. So just be ready for that, internet family.
Yes, get ready for great
Has
disruption.
blessed me.
But it's okay, because that's just so that I can tell the kids to go help get the groceries out of the car.
Having a family is such an inconvenience when making videos.
Yes, however, having a family is also a lovely thing
Yes, I know, of course.
that cannot really be replaced with other things. But see, the problem is there's always the give and take, you know?
Yeah. Plus the fact that, like, once you got them, they're just kind of always there.
Yeah. But also you deal with not having them when they're not there.
Right.
If you don't have a family, then you don't have the kids to enjoy time with and that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And that is a lot of part of the family life.
Yeah.
You know, enjoying, you know, company of your children and raising them as you would and whatnot. It's just, you know, enjoying their birthdays. That's a really fun time.
Blah, blah, blah. No, just kidding. I know. I love your family. Y'all are awesome.
But the take here is that not all of my time is my own, and that's a downside.
Yeah. I'm too much, like, way too much of an introvert to have, like, how do you call that? Like a nuclear family?
Yeah, nucleic acid family. Yeah,
Yeah.
DNA. But no, seriously though,
Nuclear hyperactive mutant families. Yeah. But,
it's really important to distinguish that both have their ups and downs. However,
indeedly doodly.
I chose the family life.
And I am a solitaire type person. But you know what, man? If you're happy that way and I'm happy this way, then what the fuck is the problem? You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
The only downside is you have to deal with noise on my end, and I have to deal with silence on yours. So
That's okay. I can just mute them with my mind. It's not working. God damn it.
as a married person, I can assure you that is a learned talent.
Tune out the noise.
Things out, yeah.
Well, I remember when you used to have like 37 dogs barking in the background, so...
Okay, I miss my dogs.
Sorry about that.
I miss them. I loved my dogs, but you know, stupid landlords.
Yeah.
So we still have one dog, but she's super quiet.
Look, can I just say I love dogs too, and I probably would have loved your dogs too. I just really didn't love their barking.
So Wiley is the one that was the barking champion of the world.
Yeah.
And he was my favorite dog, but not because he barked, but I like big dogs. I'm a big dog kind of person.
I definitely prefer big dogs because they have lower voices, so instead of like
That's one of them.
it's woof woof. Like that's so much easier to deal with in my opinion.
The big dogs, in my opinion, are much easier to train, and that's another one of my things. Like My big pit bull slash German Shepherd mix slash Basenji mix, something like that.
Basenji.
He was awesome because you know I trained him in a lot of ways, but he was also able to train himself. Like we used to talk about it all the time. But my one dog trained himself how to ring a bell to go outside. Like, funny enough.
That's awesome, man.
I had these, like, my mom, when she lived at this house before we bought the house, she had a little set of these bells that would hang on that, like, curtain rod over the door.
Okay.
And he was tall enough that he could, like, get up on his hind legs and hit those bells.
Wow.
And I guess he did it on accident a couple times where he hit the bells and then we heard it. So we're like, oh, he needs to go outside. Let's go let him outside. And I guess he associated bells with outside. So now every time he rang those bells, he would go outside.
Well, that's pretty nice. Yeah, that's way better than like barking his full head off.
And then, you know, with having a lot of dogs, the other issue is food and water. They will drink their entire bowl of water in like an hour.
Right, yeah.
And sometimes keeping up with that's a little difficult. And he figured out that the little spigot on the refrigerator, when you press the little button with your paw, will release water, and he would drink out of the refrigerator.
Nice.
Which is, like, I've never seen that before. That was the first time for me. But he'd also get himself an ice cube out of the refrigerator.
Ice cube.
Yeah. I thought that was super interesting. I've never seen a dog do that before.
I'm staring at you ice cubically.
Yeah, that's a thing.
But, yeah, dude, animals are very intelligent. Like, very often they're much more intelligent than people give them credit for, you know?
I wonder if the fact that larger dogs do have larger brains has anything to do with their capacity to do that sort of thing.
I don't know.
Because I've always found the larger dogs to be much easier to train.
I don't know, dude, honestly. Like, there's... You know, there's animals in the animal kingdom that have very tiny little brains, but they manage to do amazing things with them, like the ravens, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know, is brain size always, like, automatically an indicator of a smarter creature?
Yeah, I wondered the same thing. And I almost would have to say no, because I have seen personally a raven figure out like a 10-step puzzle.
Was that in real life, or was that on, like, a video?
Well, I saw it in both. I saw it originally in a video, and then I saw it again in real life.
Really?
Which is kind of crazy. But the idea is that the bird needed to get a stick to push a rock out from underneath of something so they could use the rock to put into a weighted thing.
Whoa.
When rock hit the item, it would weigh it down a little bit. But he needed a total of 3 of these said rocks in order to, you know, counteract the weight of the puzzle. So there was 3 different sets of ways to get these little clay rocks. And when he got all 3, he could put them all on this thing, and it would release the pedestal, and it would release a piece of food for him. So
Wow.
he figured out how to do, you know, each of the 3 individual puzzles to get each of the 3 individual rocks to put in the one item to get the food out, which that's so crazy thinking about it, because we've always assumed for a long time as humanity that, you know, animals don't have the ability to think and reason, but that sure does look like a lot of thinking and reasoning to me.
Oh, dude, that's clear evidence to me that even a small creature with a tiny little head can manage to do some amazing things.
Exactly.
And I mean, there's examples of that all over YouTube. Like, if you just look up keywords like smart animals, you'll find like a shit ton of cool examples. It's amazing. Like, animals never cease to amaze me, and the natural world never ceases to amaze me.
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way.
Pretty amazing. I have to gamble for a helmet because I'm full on the blood shards.
I cannot afford
I didn't
that.
get anything especially awesome, but I got a bunch of yellow things. At least it's a helmet. I didn't even have one before, so that's a good thing, as Martha Stewart would say.
Good news, everyone. So you could also forge one. Is that a thought that you had?
No,
Takes
it's
a few
fine.
seconds.
It's not worth it.
I mean, I used to do it, but now I would kind of feel like as time goes on that you just pick up shit randomly and it's good enough.
I really just needed to spend my blood shards. Blood shaders.
Shards.
Shad
That's French.
Shard?
Shard?
Shader.
Say it right. Chowder.
It's chowder. I'll never forget that one. Les Simpsons. I miss the days when The Simpsons were awesome. Like, it seems like the last ones I saw kind of just left me underwhelmed.
Foe will die.
It was garbage.
But once upon a time, man, that was the funniest, edgiest show on TV.
That was, I remember when I was really young, I was adopted by a Catholic family, and they wouldn't let us watch The Simpsons.
Jeez,
I was like 9 before they're like, you know what, just go ahead and watch it.
So that's pretty fucking lame. Ugh.
But by that time, it was still relatively early in The Simpsons season and stuff, so I didn't miss much. Plus, now I'm an adult, I went back and watched every single season ever, so...
Worth it. Yeah, the first few seasons I thought were uproariously funny. Like, and it was just... I had never seen anything like it.
I think that writer that we talked about, the one who died, was...
Yeah,
you know, a driving force behind some really funny stuff.
Yeah, I can't remember the guy's name, but apparently it all started going downhill after he kicked the bucket, unfortunately.
Poor guy. Or poor us, actually, I should say.
Yeah, poor world. Oh, watch out, man. Explodiness.
I see it. I'm a scared for my life.
Well, if you don't stand in the explodies, you'll be fine.
It made me a scared for my whole life?
I was a scared. I was standing there in the field, and it was a great big bright light above my head.
Word. Church. Preach.
Why is it that all alien abductees all talk like that? I was standing in the middle of the cornfield, and I saw a bright light. Then they came down, they took me up in their spaceship. They gave me margarita.
Alien margarita. Then they put something in my butt. That's it always ends that way.
It always, for some reason, that's always part of the story. Yeah.
See, my thing is, if you're really abducted by aliens, what's the chances they would let you live and wouldn't just dissect you as a, you know what I mean?
Ooh,
like
vivisection.
Vivisection, eh?
Yeah.
That's kind of gross.
And horrifying. But yeah, that's a scary subject, I have to say, for a lot of people. I just find it deeply fascinating. I'd love to see something really remarkable. I've had 2 moments in my life where I saw stuff that I thought might have been something. And I can never know exactly what it is, the things that I saw, but on 2 different occasions I have kind of UFO stories.
That's sort of a reoccurring thought of mine about aliens in general. Quite a few times I've heard now they say that, you know, it's mathematically consistent that it would be more likely that there were aliens than there weren't.
What is that called? The Fermi paradox or something like that? I
Yeah.
forget. Or maybe that's the one that says the opposite. I can't remember. But there's one that claims that it's statistically impossible that there's no extraterrestrial life. And then there's the other one that's saying, well, shit, we should have found something by now, and it's because blah, 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 something.
But just because there doesn't mean there's any race out there that has ever figured out how to cross the galaxies. You know what I mean? Like,
it's entirely possible that
statistically there is life doesn't mean that we should have found it by now. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, man. Like, the ones that would be capable of mastering that kind of travel are very, very few and far between. And then there's still just so much space that separates everything. So, luckily for all you guys, our friend, Citradelics, or Jason as we like to call him sometimes, it has popped on. Is he here?
He is here.
Hey, Jason, what's
am
going on,
here.
man? You are here, and we are making a video. But
Is
welcome.
that right?
Welcome, sir, into our video of the Diablo-esque nature.
Yeah, we're running hardcore necromancers.
Oh, shoot.
Like, we started them both, and this is the 2nd episode with these guys. We're up to 49.
Yeah, which is actually fairly quick in relative quickness.
Yep, yep. And since, you know what, this is my show and it's the whatever show, I'm having a smoke break for fuck's sake, and I'm not even going to edit it out. How you doing, Jason?
Hey, pretty good.
It's my show, and you can't tell me what to do.
Ha ha ha. And it's the whatever show, so if I want to smoke a cigarette on the whatever show, I mean, it's whatever, you know?
I took a phone call on your whatever show, so I guess I
Yeah,
much of a-
yeah, this
I'm-
awesome video has featured a phone call.
I'm grinding some realms.
Ooh, the
Oh
realm
my.
grinder. Don't grind too hard on the realms.
Oh.
Is that not what he said?
Oh my. Oh my. But realm grinder, man, I can't believe that like some of us are still playing that fucking game. I'm pretty
You're kidding.
surprised.
2 out of
It
3,
gets
bro.
Deeper
2
and
out of
deeper and
3.
deeper.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'd never expected it to linger for so long.
Well, I just unlocked dwarf. I'm working on getting Dro research, and then I've got basically my last 2 researches besides mercenary research way later.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hardcore. I mean,
It's
Well,
hard.
You're
it's,
making money's hand over fist now. I'm assuming.
it's hardcore, bro.
the
It's
hard thing is getting everything unlocked and doing all the special things you have to do unlock and break challenges and stuff. But it takes a lot of work. But
okay,
once you get
like
it done, it just the loots just flow.
okay, like tons of love for Realm Grinder. Okay, it's an amazing game, but I don't think I would have ever associated the words hardcore with Realm Grinder.
Dude, this is the most hardcore idle clicker I've ever seen.
Yeah,
And
the
it's
most
still among the top.
the most hardcore idle clicker I've ever seen. That's a bit of a funny statement, but yeah.
It is, but when you get as deep as I have, and see, Ben has just scratched the surface.
I've seen some shit.
Dragons.
I'm asshole deep now, so it's
Wow, I'm
Oh.
still at the ankles, bro.
Oh my.
I'm still at the ankles.
yeah.
Not sure I ever want to get asshole deep in anything.
But alrighty then. So
There's that.
so YouTube show. I'm gonna keep the rest of the smoke for later. If you want, we can run one more and we can just continue chatting and stuff, or we could wrap it up or whatever, or we could start a new one. Damn it!
Whatever you want to do.
A new one, eh? What
Yeah.
is this new one concept?
Well, maybe we can like roll him a new hardcore tune, and we can start 2 new ones, and we could start a new series.
I'm considering it. I mean, I was thinking about getting in Diablo again, anyways.
Yeah, we'll just.
I love
we have
Diablo.
recently come back to Diablo because I have a lull in other games that are. Bleh.
A lull.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
shall
Like
we?
I'm loving Guild Wars 2, but I feel like I can only play it for so long each day, and then I want to
Yeah.
do something else.
That
It gets
just
to
makes
be a
sense.
slower grind eventually,
Definitely. Whoosh.
but I'm still having fun with it. I'll go back to it.
Oh hell yeah, that's a great game.
Most of the other MMOs I get tired of after a while. This one I haven't. That's a good sign.
It's
MMO for me is like I always like to get one MMO and like stick with it for like a month, but then after a month it's like, well, I've seen pretty much everything there is to see about that.
Yeah,
So
definitely. I mean, there's a few that I've managed to play for many, many months on end. Like WoW was one of them. Guild Wars, like when I first got into it, I played it for months on end. There's a few.
Truthfully, I bet you put more time into Diablo than you have any of the others.
Probably. Yeah.
yeah,
probably.
pretty much.
Yeah, dude. This game is freaking amazing. And
It's just it's so deep.
it is. It's an almost.
And every time they re-roll a season, despite the fact that we don't play the seasonal characters, they still like change things.
Yep, they alter
Certain
things and
armors get new things and whatnot, and it makes it fun to play again.
Yep.
the thing.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this episode up, guys, and then we can discuss like plans for other ones or whatever. All right. So
Alright, sounds good to me.
all right. So thanks for watching, y'all. Thanks for joining me, Ben. We leveled up these guys a little bit. Like, comment, subscribe, blah blah blah, yada yada yada, potato. And I'll see you all in the next one. Say bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye, everybody.